Move with purpose, dope soul. Time to do away with all the unanswered questions. Time to stop thinking you know and actually know. Time to do the due diligence of putting the work in. Find the time to understand all that you need to progress forward. It's up to you. So what are you going to do about it? Get up, get at it, get to it. Nobody's going to do it for you. You make it happen. And you can. You will. So stop waiting. Do it now. No fear, no worries, no apologies. NEFP dope.
Morning, Dope Souls. You know who it is. This is Phly. You tuning in to Dope Souls Morning Show live on Facebook, Big Mouth Media platform. Shouts to the team. Shouts to everybody over there. Make sure we getting up, getting at it, getting to it, making it happen to have a productive day. As I said, you know who I am, Phly, International Man of Mystery. Spread the message, but don't shoot the message. You know we can't do that. You got to make sure I'm out here inspiring, making sure the people getting up, getting at it, getting to it. As you heard, today's topic, thinking versus knowing. Instead of thinking who you are, you need to know who you are. You need to be able to look that person in the mirror and know why you getting up, getting at it, getting to it every day, so you can have a productive one. So, who do you think you are versus who do you know you are? Question is, that's something you need to sit down and that's something you should sit down in the mirror with yourself and think about. That simple question. Who do you think you are versus who do you know you are? Who you think you are could be the person that you're not really sure of. The person people are influencing you to be, it's not really conducive or productive for you. They're not really paying attention to your character. They're just looking for things that they can get from you based off the things maybe that you're showing them. But are you showing them all of who you are? That's why it's thinking versus knowing. Who you know you are, wouldn't be any questions. You're just going to be that person. No matter what anybody says to you, no matter what anybody does, you'll know who you need to be to progress forward. So it's time to get up, get at it, get to it. Who are you? Who do you think you are versus who do you know you are? Now, what do you think versus what do you know? Just as who do you think you are versus who do you think you are versus who do you know you are? What do you think versus what do you know? What you think are the things you need to be answering those unanswered questions. As I said in the message, there's plenty of unanswered questions in your life. So you need to sit yourself down and get some answers to them. Nobody else is going to provide you an answer before you're looking for it. Nobody else is going to give you something before you're going to actually be able to do it for yourself. So you need to sit down. As I said, look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself these simple questions, the who as well as the what. So what you know are the things that you are sure of, fact-based, the things that you know. There's some type of proof, some type of example that you can refer to. If not, maybe you should get some. Maybe you should get some. What's the word? Some proof. And what you need, some proof. If you don't have any proof, what are you really doing? And there's proof to things that let you know who you are. There are plenty of things that you're doing, or plenty of things that have gone on in your life that have let you know this is who I am, and I'm gonna stand on. I'm gonna stand firm on this person because I don't know who else to be. So if that's the question, why are you questioning it? Don't question who you are if you know yourself to be a person. Allow other people to do that. And then if you move with purpose, you move with a standard, they'll soon see, so you don't have to worry about it. So where has thinking gotten you versus where has knowing gotten you? I'm pretty sure thinking things and moving on them hasn't gotten you in the best position. Thinking things, thinking things and moving on them will have you moving off your emotion. Driven by emotion with no logic, no substance to it, you'll look up after it's all over wondering why even all that stuff happened. So you should want to move on what you know. You should definitely want to move on what you know, because where what you know will get you is the place that you actually see yourself, because you'll be moving on fact, you'll be moving on proof, you'll know exactly what it's going to take to get to where you're headed. If not, you'll be able to be manipulated and you don't know where you're going. Make sure you have your tunnel vision set towards where you see yourself, where you're actually trying to get to. Don't allow anybody to affect or dictate what's going on with you. You do that. You're responsible. So you get up. You make it happen. There's no fear, no worries, no apologies to it. So, we done went through about 3 questions: the who, the what, and the where. So when do you decide? When do you decide to stop thinking and start knowing? Now. Do it now. I understand maybe some stuff happened yesterday. Some stuff maybe even happened this morning. Doesn't matter. You can start answering those questions and know exactly what you need to do to progress forward. Know exactly what you need to do to get done what you need to help your days, to help your life, to help the people around you. If you don't know what you can provide them, how are they even going to come to you for it? If you're able to put that stuff out there and be perceived and show who you actually are, your true strength and core of character, trust and believe, people will start to really find out who you are. And then you will have no questions, no worries, no apologies to it. So it's time to get up. It's time to get at it. It's time to get to it. No fear, no worries, no apologies. NEF dope. The who, the what, the where, the when, so, the why. Why think when you can know? Honestly, I believe for some people it's easier to think. It's easier to move off things they don't know because it makes them feel better. But honestly, if you know, moving off your emotions, allowing them to drive you and not putting any logic to it, will really have you messed up out here. Really put you in situations that you know nothing about that really weren't even meant for you. Now, yes, everything happens for a reason, so we're supposed to either be gaining or learning something. But those are the situations you probably learning more than gaining. Learning that you don't need to be there. Learning that you need to separate yourself far from whatever situation you in and start putting some logic towards your decisions. It's time to make choices. Not allow things to happen to you, but make things happen for you. It's time to get up, get at it, get to it. I'm going to keep telling you that because you got to make it happen for self. If you're not doing it for self, nobody's going to do it for you. When you start doing it for self, you would definitely be able to provide for other people. But you got to take care of you first. So if you're not doing that, start now. The win is very apparent. Now, NOW. If I could say it in caps or put it in caps somewhere across the screen, I'll do that. Because get your ass up right now and make it happen. I don't care what anybody else says. If they ain't telling you that, tell them to move. Tell them to get out of the way. Because it's time to make shit happen. I got my man, he tell me he get up mad every day. I tell him I send him a message to change that. Because we got to make sure we doing productive shit. Productive shit. Stay productive. Be productive. No fear, no worries, no apologies. Last question. How are you going to move forward? Honestly, that question is up to you. You decide. It's not up to me. My choice is up to me. How I'm doing it is I'm on here talking to y'all at 9 o'clock every morning. Well, not every morning. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know when you can tune in. People get that message every morning, though. So trust and believe. That's how I get to it. I make sure I create and inspire daily. How I do that, the day will let me know. But I make sure I do that because that's the purpose that I have to serve. That's what I know is going to take me to the next level and put me where I need to be. So answer those questions for yourself. The hows are really relying upon you. You're responsible for you. So why let somebody else tell you how you're supposed to get something done? Tell yourself. Look in the mirror. Say, self, what am I supposed to be doing today? Stand there till you get an answer. Trust me, you'll get provided one when you're really looking. When you're really paying attention to the core of character within you. Not who people are telling you to be. Not who people perceive you to be. Because you may not even be being all of your true self. So it's time to do that. Time to stand up and stand out. Be who you are unapologetically. No fear, no worries, no apologies. Now, I believe we took care of the who, what, when, where, why, the how. Of course, the hows is up to you, but don't matter. We getting it done. Early in the morning, we making it happen. The topic today was thinking versus knowing. Thinking versus knowing. Understand now. As opposed to moving on what you think, move on what you know. Have some proof. Have some examples. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Move with some purpose, some substance. Ensure substance and reasoning with every move and every action, every word. I don't care what anybody has to say to you. You're just saying stuff for nothing. Nobody's gaining anything. So ensure when you open your mouth, people can get something from it. They'll be able to take it somewhere, and you'll be doing something for them before you even know you are. Simple words. It's time to get up, get at it, get to it. Thinking versus knowing. You know, this is Lord Phly. Take a little break from y'all, but when I come back, you know, I'm going to have my man Rasta B on. You know, he just hit 3,000 streams, probably a little past that this week. Only a month in? Come on, man. Getting it done. And Free the World EP? Make sure you tuning in. We're going to be right back in a little bit. But this is Lord Phly, Dope Souls, Big Mouth Media. Check me.